Clemens from AutoTonic, and in today's video I wanted to share a technique which I found interesting. And the technique is about using a particular header with setting it up with a tonic and scale combination, so it's our specific harmonic context, and then create some recording, and then set up a second header that uses almost the same settings but does not include the root node. And this results in lots of tension and can be resolving then in the root node context again. So let me show you what I mean. So here you can see I have one header with tonic and scale combination, a particular random setting here I chose for this video. So it's F sharp and this scale here containing these notes here, and the F sharp as the root note, as you can see here indicated by the output anchor. So let's lock this here by using my left and right arrow keys, and now it is stored F sharp and this particular scale in the header. Okay, so we can play now in this harmonic context. Also, as you can see here, I have previously recorded something. Just some random chords. Some rhythmic background material here. So this is based on this F sharp and the particular scale setting that we are seeing here now. This is the same harmonic context. We can also solo here, and it will match exactly this harmonic context. And this particular scale here is, by the way, as we can see here, is indicated an exclamation mark, is Aeolian. When we open the library, then it gets revealed, and F sharp. So this is our first header, and now let's duplicate the header. So we have an identical copy here, and if we switch them, then we can see the exact same output material here, the yellow highlighted keys. Okay, and what we want to do now is to exclude this root node. This root node must be excluded in this second header, so we have to choose any other node that is diatonic of the same scale as the new root node. And I'm going to choose here the B, because when we look here now at the differences between both headers and we switch them, then we can see here the F sharp scale, and here is the B scale. Then we can, so they are only differing in the tonic here. The scale is the exact same. As you can see here in the header, this one header uses F sharp, this one B, and they both use the same scale. And when we switch them now, then we can see there's a little difference here between G and G sharp, but the rest looks almost the same. But this and this note here are the differences between these both, even though they use the same scale, but the difference comes from the different tonic. Okay, so we have to change now the second header exactly here on the sixth interval. We have to raise it, so the G will become the G sharp as in the first header, so it will match the exact same setting of the first header. So we're going to change this here, and now the 6 is raised, and now they should be all the same when switching. And you can see in the highlighted yellow keys in the output keyboard that the mapping is exactly the same when switching from one header to another, even though they have different tonics, but the mappings are exactly the same. But this was our goal now here, so we have two scales with exact the same mapping but different tonics. So we can remove now from the second the tonic of the first header, which is F sharp, of course. So we have to go here to the scale modifier of this second header, look for the tonic of the first header, which was F sharp here, and this is the number 5, and we will remove it. Okay, so this is the harmonic context without, and this is it with. So here is missing the F sharp, which was the root note of the first header. Here you can see this is the root note of the first header. And this is our reference header, so this is the one we are going to use mainly, and then switch to the second header while playing. So when we play now in this context, then it results in much more tension. Especially when we're going to play now material of the first header, so as I have previously recorded here, and then use the second header, this new header without the root note, to create much more tensions. Because especially when mixing the first harmonic context with this rootless new scale, then it feels like it has to resolve in the first initial harmonic context with the root note containing. And that you can feel especially when soloing. So this is now the harmonic context of the first header with the root note included. So this feels like this is the bass. And now let's switch. And it feels correct, but there's still something missing. So the rootless context is somehow creating tension to resolve in the root containing material again. And we could even take this further now and remove even more intervals. The main trick behind this technique is that this root note, the F sharp of the first header here, is missing. Okay, and I also have set up here another instrument. And also let's mix this here with some drum loop. And fool around a little. So first header. This is now the scale without the root note. This feels like home, this is the bass, and this scale does not have the root note. It needs resolving. So then we are now free here to play whatever we want to play, but we can use this bass here, header 1 and this header 2, to create more tension. And return them back to the bass. So this is the trick with the rootless scales.